Welcome to Fritz Knoebel.
This building is 14 years old, a little more than 14 years old, and is a fabulous facility. In addition to housing the Fritz Knoebel School, the executive education unit within the Daniels College of Business is also here, but they take up a much smaller piece, just a suite of offices. The rest of the space is really all Fritz Knoebel. This is one of two large amphitheater classrooms that we have. This one seats about 90. On the other side of that wall is a mirror image that seats about 65. You won't be in a class in this room or the other really until senior year, when you'll take our Distinguished Lecture Series course, which is required of all seniors, and we run it once a year in the fall. And it's an opportunity to launch senior year as a cohort, as a group, where you're all together. Outside of that course, where it's the entire senior class, a really huge class in this program is 25. And so these classrooms get used much more for executive education, for corporate meetings from our clients that come from off campus, and also for meetings of units on campus. So these spaces are more operated by our business, Knoebel Events, than by the academic side of our shop. As you can see, which is our student-run coffee shop. It is the place on campus that helps this university cohere. It is students, whether they're in the major or not, favorite spot to hang out. It is not unusual to see many groups of students here throughout the day, working, just being social. And one of the cool things about Beans is that 2 nights a week, on Wednesday and Thursday, it becomes a wine bar, and we do Beans after dark. We have lots of student employees working part-time here, in the major and out of the major as well. That's one of the cool things about this facility, is that we have multiple ways for students to work without having to leave campus. And the work hours that students in the major accrue by working in the building, either in our meeting and events business or in Beans, all count toward the work experience requirement that our students have to meet. I'm not going to walk you all the way down the hallway, but this hallway takes you to the second of the 2 amphitheater classrooms, the smaller of the 2. And on the right side are all breakout rooms, so opportunities for students when we don't have business in the building. Students are actually able to use those rooms for meetings of groups, to do group work in classes, and they're also the student managers who help operate our businesses will use those spaces for meetings as well. Immediately opposite me, through the atrium, is our ballroom. We have a smaller space that we will do dinners for 20 to 30, and lots of cocktail functions as well. This is our wine cellar. And this is the wine cellar that we use for events. We actually have a wine cellar that just houses wine for academic purposes. As you can see, there are 3 temperature and humidity controlled cellars here. That aging cask is the only one that you can find like that outside of Italy. It is from the winery that is Castello Banfi, and that's the Castello right there. You can see clearly we have a good relationship with Banfi. Castello Banfi is the 11-time winery of the year in Italy, and we're one of a couple dozen university hospitality programs that participate in their scholastic tour of Italy. So just last June, I was in Italy with 2 students participating in that scholastic tour. That's a trip that happens every 4 years. We actually have our own trip as well. That's to northern Italy, in the Piemonte region, Piedmont in English. And that's another trip that we do. We do that every year though, and two of our seniors get to participate in that. So this was a great year because this senior class, 2 of them were on the Banffy trip as juniors, and another 2 were on the Piemonte trip with me in the fall, right after fall classes ended. A little earlier I mentioned our teaching kitchen. This is it. Turns out we did come to show it to you. And I want to tell you just one more thing about that pop-up restaurant class. I mentioned that this is one of the spaces that's sometimes used in recipe testing for that class. So that pop-up restaurant class, one of those guest chef dinners, actually both of them, one each quarter, winter and spring, are fundraisers for the school. One of them is called the Public Good Gala, and it raises money for a refugee training program that we collaborate on with the Refugee Resettlement Agency in Denver. So our students in our course on managing human capital and hospitality work directly with the refugee cohort of trainees in that program to help get them job ready and acclimate to life in Denver. This is a program that we've been running for 8 years. We've won multiple international awards for it, and I'll tell you that employers absolutely adore this program because there's no better way to prepare you for what you'll face as a manager in the industry. Working with the refugee population through the RA program, Ready for American Hospitality, is the best possible preparation for managing a diverse workforce. And it helps get our students outside their comfort zone and more comfortable with managing, one, that diversity, and also people who come from all over the world with different life experiences and different talents as well. So that's a super, super cool part of what being a Fritz Knoebel student is about. So we're now up on the 3rd floor of the building, which is the home to our academic office suite, and also a couple of classrooms that we regularly teach in, and a boardroom that we use for meetings. I am going to kick to Lawrence Sepulveda, whom you'll meet during Zoom, where you've met already during Zoom calls. And Lauren's going to show you around the rest of the space. Please keep in mind that we're scrambling on the last day before we have to shelter in place here in Denver. New carpeting is being put down on this floor. So when you get here, if you come, which we very much hope you do, the building will feel quite new because of the new carpet. So again, thank you so much for spending time with us today. And if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask them either during Zoom calls, or you can get to us offline by email or text even. Thanks.
Hi everybody, my name is Lawrence Sepulveda, and I'm the dedicated academic advisor here in the Fritz Knoebel School of Hospitality Management. As you've learned at DU, we operate on a quarter system. That means that before you're able to register for the next quarter, students are required to come in and meet with me before they're eligible to register for that quarter. So it's a nice touch point. We ensure that you're meeting all the requirements, not only for the greater university, the Daniels College of Business, and the core within the hospitality management program. So within our school, we have just under 200 students in our program. So that's a great opportunity that we really get to know our students. We know our students' likes, dislikes, what sports they're playing, what clubs and organizations they're a part of. We very much here at Fritz value the sense of community and family. The other advantage here in Fritz is we have our own dedicated career services advisor. Stephanie Van Cleve de Herrera is our Associate Director for Hospitality, Career, and Student Services. Stephanie works with our students on completing their work hour requirements, looking for their internship, and assisting them in post-grad employment options. Stephanie and I, our offices sit right next to each other, so students have the opportunity to pop in and see Stephanie, and then pop in and see me. That's our tour. I hope you enjoyed this virtual version of Fritz Knoebel, but we really hope that you come and join us here in the fall. David and myself are available all the time via Zoom, email, or text as you begin this process to make a decision of where you plan to spend the next 4 years of your life. Please know it's not about the next